Bam, going live. Welcome to the stream tonight. Pro Se Legal School. You be the judge. I'm Coach Neighbors. Get started tonight. Tonight's video, we're going to be talking about the judge's immunity or a lack thereof. So, if the judge has immunity and can do whatever they want to you, why are there federal civil laws if the judge can do whatever the judge wants and the judge is the one that's supposed to be fair, make it fair? No. None of that makes any sense to me. Before we get started with the word smithing and double talking, I'm just gonna throw my opinion out there on the table for the people like me that have ADD that ain't gonna be around for the whole thing tonight, which would be sad because we bringing it. Been a little under the weather, so if I sound funny or something, just chalk it up to the normal thing or whatever. Okay. So before we get started, you guys make sure you ring the bell and click on those ads so I can get paid for bringing this fire to the and all the other stuff too. And I had a couple of people get on my YouTube channel and leave stupid ass comments on there, like, "Oh, Coach Neighbors is doing some stuff that he hasn't proven," and all this shit. And I'm like, okay, whoever that is, okay, you should take that sorry shit back over to Facebook, because that's not what we got here. Okay, we don't have a Facebook page here where you can show up and just talk shit and don't know what you're talking about. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm an educational coach, and what I bring to the table is the fact. So unless you can show me a law that says that there's a law that says we got to register your deed in their office, yeah, these attorney assholes get real pissed about that registration of deed situation down. That we stick it up in their face. So unless you can prove to me that there's some kind of a law that says we have to register our deed in their office and that you guys aren't committing real estate deed fraud by doing that shit that you're doing right now, you better shut your ass up and step on the side, okay? Because what you're going to be doing is getting your ass caught up in the middle of my, what do you call it? Professional defamation? Yeah, that's when you show up, you talk shit, but you don't say a damn thing to back up the shit you're talking. Oh, wait, and the shit you're talking is against someone that's a professional. I think I'm a professional. I don't care what you assholes think that's a freaking attorneys. And so that's how we're going to play that. But here's the thing, okay? I ain't trying to sidestep nobody, dodge nobody. My problem is this. People in my program, the people on the YouTube channel, they're there to educate themselves. Stop these asshole attorneys from taking their shit or throwing their family in jail or both or whatever. So I ain't got time for that shit. But I'm not trying to dodge you. If you want to come and talk shit, just send me an email. You already know, at 9:30 Sunday night most of the time, send me an email and I'll email your ass a link to come to the show. And you can join me on the show. And I'll be nice to your ass. I don't think my people... Well, I'll be nice at first, and if you kick my ass, then I'll apologize. Do you know who I am? Okay, sorry, I don't know where my badge is at. Oh, yeah, well, that shit ain't gonna happen. And I ain't apologizing for shit, okay? But here's the thing. You ain't got to hide behind the fake-ass name and try to talk shit on the side. Bring your face and your ass right here to the thing and talk shit to everybody like I'm doing. I ain't hiding my ass nowhere when I'm talking shit. I'm right here talking shit. So if you ain't gonna bring your ass right here and talk shit, you better go sit the hell down, because I can figure out who you are. Because I ain't even. I think the show's over now because I'm pissed off. Okay, so let's just get to the thing here. And okay, that's who we need to be adding as number one defendant on foreclosure situation property. So to just cut this immunity shit, okay, right to the stinking chase, okay, right to the chase. In my mind, and I'm not that smart. I play ball and I box, okay, two things not smart. In my mind, if the judge fails to provide a fact of finding and the conclusions of law, your asses were in an administrative court process that operated from the local route. And it was not a judicial. It was an administrative court process. Now, keep that in mind, because that's what this whole bullshit hinges on that they trying to stick up in everybody's face right now. That's what it hinges on. You were not in a... Now, and think about this. Oh, they tell you, oh, go file your appeal. We don't give a shit. Well, they already know that if they didn't provide your happy ass with a fact of findings and the conclusions of law, there ain't nothing for your ass to appeal. There ain't nothing for the appellate court to go off of. They just scurry around, hem-ha around, send your shit back for some administrative issue. Oh, there's that administrative word again. So your ass was not in a judicial process. Qualified immunity. Now, I thought maybe I should look that up or whatever, but no, I'm just gonna roll with this. If anybody figured it's something different, just put it in the comments over there so we can see it. Qualified immunity, to me, is simple. It means just what it says. You have to qualify for that shit. So how does a judge qualify for immunity? Okay, number one, immunity is only offered for judges performing judicial functions. That's it. Oh, now we're back to what we started with at the gate. Are you in a judicial function? Hell no. Your ass ain't in no judicial function. Oh, so administrative judges don't have any. If they did, I wouldn't have all these reviews and they wouldn't be trying to kick my ass and shut me down. I don't know. You got to do the math. Like I said, I'm not that smart, but I'm telling you right now, administrative judges are not doing any judicial function at all. So if you were in an administrative court, it was operating by the local rules. You know what the local rules are, right? Okay, the shit ain't funny, but yeah, the local rules are the rules that the court came up with. The court, the bar members, the one your ass paid to, and they want to try to make everybody roll by those local rules. Now, I read some of them, and in my opinion, and like I said, I'm not that smart, but in my opinion, the local rules were structured to move your shit through their court process faster. That sounds like you're getting due process, right? Okay. Yeah. Now, that's what they were to me, to make it easier for them to beat your ass down so they can throw your shit out. And the first thing they do to get your ass over on the administrative side is come at you with some stupid bullshit to try to get you to go run and jump through the hoops. You need to, okay. Number one, failure to state a claim. Well, they don't use that anymore for my people because we do that very well in all of my package. So they may use it because they lie when their mouth's moving. We got to keep that on the table. Okay, but they ain't getting nowhere with it. And the second one is this immunity bullshit. And so, that's why we focus on this just a little bit tonight. I got people me up in Twitter and talk. So one person in Twitter, which was the best place because the other people got blocked. Okay, one person in the coaching forum on Twitter let me know that the judge had said that there was some doctrine that was saying that his stuff was getting dismissed or her stuff. I didn't know who the hell it was getting dismissed because of this doctrine, blah blah blah. And the doctrine said that since whatever, it had to be stricter proof thereof, and that's what they put in there, And I'm like, dude, you just typed to me what the judge said. I don't need to read that shit. I already know what that shit is. I already know where you got that from. Okay. But while we on this subject, if you invest in a program and you stick something up in their face and they try to stick it back in your face, it's going to have a lot more value if you do a couple of things before you contact me, okay? If you do a couple of things. Now, in this case, there's some doctrine or whatever, Nobody goes and reads the doctrine. If you did, you'd find out that it was a bunch of shit, okay? Nobody takes the time to think, okay, they're coming at me with some shit already, I already know. Did I look up the updated instructional videos that outline the new shit and how we're crushing that shit? Did I look that shit up, or did I just contact Coach right now because I'm freaking out? Hey, Coach, you're going to say, did you look that shit up because you're not saying the word that you got off my video? You're using the word that the damn judge sent your ass. So I'm thinking, you must think that them pretty ass words mean some shit. Okay, sorry. I'm getting a little worked up. So, yeah, because everybody believes the damn judge. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. If you read the updated instructions on my shit, you know that your ass is adding the state and the judge and the attorney or prosecutor, whoever, to your shit, and you're suing all of them. Because the state is the one that's stealing your property. The state is the one that committed real estate deed fraud to get your shit in their office. The state is the one that's paying the judge to take your shit and give it to them. I mean, hit me up in the comments, in the comment section. If I don't have this right, let me know how y'all think it goes. I think I got it right. The state is the one that committed real estate deed fraud by not delivering your deed as the property transfer statutes mandate. And then they sent your ass, a fake ass copy of the lien, which is making a copy of security. And if I did that or you did that, no, it'd be knocking on my door because I ain't open shit. Qualified immunity means that you have to qualify for it, and you have to qualify for it by performing in judicial function. And down the way here, I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm going to show you my notes. I put together some notes when I started studying this. First part of the note is real interesting, how it starts out and what it references to give them the authority, and then how it goes to to the real shit real quick. But there's that wordsmithing in there. So the immunity is only offered for judges performing judicial functions. And so if you're an administrative court, you're operating by local rules. And that's why they screw you over. And that's why you have to do the thing that you have to do to hold them responsible. And when you file your shit in state court or whatever to stop the state court process, you need to move your happy ass the next day over to federal court and get that shit filed in federal court as well. People file something and they go sit down. I'm going to file my demand to strike and I'm going to go sit down. I'm going to go sit down and wait for them to figure out that I didn't watch a damn updated instructional video and I don't know how to use the shit that I'm sticking in there. So you're going to sit down and wait for them to answer. And they're going to answer all right and throw your shit out. So I'm going to do a screen share, and near the end of this, I see Tammy's here tonight. We're going to talk about some options that Tammy's doing in her situation to give you guys a little bit of idea of the ching chang that you can stick up in their face on the thing. And I'll tell you right, your options are only limited to your imagination or your fear. We got plenty of imagination around her, and they ain't got no fear. Ain't no fear of my coaching shit over here. So people with fear had to go stand outside on the ledge back there. No, ain't nobody standing back there. I don't have no bench. You either in or your ass is out. That's this program. You in or you out. And so that's pretty much how this goes. Now I'm going to do a screen share and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of my notes that I took to kind of give you guys an idea of the bullshit words. And then I have a few case laws on the end of those notes that I'm going to copy and paste in the comment section, so you guys can copy and paste and use them without having to get them off the video or type them or whatever. And then the next video that I make, I have some more notes that I'm going to include, but I didn't have time to get them together tonight. I want to focus on this judge's immunity bullshit because this is one of the main reasons how they try to get out from underneath this shit, and I ain't having it. So I don't know if y'all see I ain't having it. No. So we need to get up to speed so y'all ass ain't having it either. And I think part of how they do this is to screw with your head. They figure out where they think they have you. And so we're going to show you how to take care of that problem. Let's do the screen share right now. Okay, so it looks like you guys are looking at the right thing there. And so you can see here, these are some of the notes that I did, the main notes that I saved on judge's immunity issue. And you can see right there, it starts out as a general rule. Now, that means that you about to screw yourself if you believe that, because we ain't asking for a general rule. We want to know what the law is, okay? But it says, as a general rule, judges cannot be held liable for monetary damages for acts done in exercising of their judicial function within the limits of his or her jurisdiction, no matter how egregious or illegal or malice the acts may be. And then they cite this 480 Corpus Juris Sectum Section 86, which is some kind of judge canon. I don't know what the hell that is, but it ain't anything that I'm going to allow to get in my way if they throw my ass under the bus, because I already know that statutes and codes are not valid laws. They don't have enacting clauses, they don't have titles, and they don't have bodies. They're policies put out by a corporation. So they're shit. There you go. I said it. Oh. So they start out with that shit, but to get right down to it down here. Now, this is one of the important case laws that I added, and I'll put these in the comment section so you guys can use them in your own pro. So you can see the failure to follow simple guidelines of their posts and the rules of law makes the judge's actions no longer judicial acts, but an individual act, as act represents and prejudices and goals. So this is exactly, it mentions judicial again. It doesn't say administrative. Doesn't say anything about administrative. And see, this is the thing. The words mean something. Every word means something in this shit. So you got to be able to kind of sift through the BS. Now, case law also states that judges acting as a trespasser of a law when a judge does not follow the law, when he or she loses subject matter jurisdiction. Judges' orders are void with no legal effect. Well, that sounds pretty. I just put that in there because it sounds pretty. It don't mean shit because the judge is not going to say, oh, by the way, I was bad, here, take my house or whatever. No. So, but, it's nice to know that's the deal because you're going to add that shit in your lawsuit. That's kind of how we do it. I'm thinking that we need to be suing the judge to get that done. So, the case law has proven that immunity is not absolute, and it certainly is not for people that are assholes. So what do you do? So we're going to stop reading. So what do you do? Hey, Miss Tammy. Yeah, Tammy is the team leader right now. And Tammy filed her law, and we talked about her last week. I think she filed her claim. She paid an attorney. They threw her under the bus on the state court level. Attorney interfered the whole way. In the end, she still forced the judge to award her. And then the judge, in the end, used a statute to give what Tammy had left after paying the inflated court fees and paying her attorney's fees for throwing her ass under the bus the whole way, gave what she had left to the attorney that she already paid using a statute. Oh, remember? Statutes and codes are not valid laws. Oh yeah, my fingers look pretty good. Hung out with my grandbaby this weekend. Yeah, we got pinky stars. We looking good. Oh yeah. So Tammy decided to jam their ass up. And she did, and she crushed the state court process, and she filed her claim in federal court against the state court players, and the magistrate federal judge ordered Tammy to show cause hearing. And didn't even say, oh wait, they claim that the green paper was missing on people getting served or something, whatever. Well, we already know what you're trying to do. You're just trying to get Tammy's ass over there in their administrative bullshit so they could start doing the same shit to her they did on the state court level. Coach ain't having it. So the magistrate judge is now getting jammed up because the magistrate judge does not have legal authority to be involved in your case without the signed consent from all the parties, and that's the law of the judge. So that's a problem. Oh wait, there's a bigger problem. The magistrate judge is not registered under the Foreign Agent Registration Act, which is called FAR, which is a federal law that was enacted in 1938 to force these fools to disclose. So if the magistrate judge is not registered under FAR, then that means that the magistrate judge is in violation of federal law, and the magistrate judge violated the federal law by taking consent. Oh wait, the clerk is the one that's responsible for making sure that consent form is filled out for the magistrate judge. Now, if you don't think I know what I'm talking about, just Google consent form for your state, and it'll probably pull up that form that is supposed to be filled out before the magistrate judge gets in your shit to throw your shit out. So now Tammy is is addressing these issues and finding how it goes. So the state court assholes are getting sued in federal court, and then when the federal court judge tried to help them, then the federal court judge, the magistrate judge, and the clerk are getting sued in state court. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Thing is that the new demand to strike federal judge's order addresses the fact that the federal judge is not registered with FARA, doesn't have a license to practice law. It addresses a whole bunch of stuff they ain't gonna wanna talk about. Oh yeah, I beefed that puppy up. So we're gonna strike the magistrate judge's crap, and at the same time, we're going to sue the magistrate judge in the state court level. And then Tammy's also going to use the temporary restraining order to block their entire state of Tennessee from receiving federal funding as long as they keep jacking with her. Now, Tammy is tired of playing, and we've been communicating back and forth, and she said she's going in for $100 million. So my suggestion is that, nobody has that kind of money laying around. So when Tammy does her supplemental pleading, which is how we make changes to what you already filed without doing an amendment. When she does her supplemental pleading, and that's going to be the original filing in federal court. She's going to do supplemental pleading in that court and then sue them in. When she does supplemental pleading, she's going to add the clerk and the magistrate judge to her lawsuit that she originally filed in federal court, even though she's filing in a state court against her. Yeah. I don't think they've had a federal judge get sued in both courts at the same damn time. Oh, yeah, it's getting hot. It's mucho caliente en la cocina ahorita. It's very hot in the kitchen right now. And so that's what we're doing with Tammy. And so she has to update it. Now, the upgraded demand to strike is going to be added to the prosecutor eliminator package, and it's also going to be added to the mortgage fraud package. Those are the two premium packages. Now, when I get the website worked out and the kinks all done, it'll be added to the property tax package as well. So what we do is when they try to use this bullshit, then we go after them. That's easy. As soon as they try to use it, then you go after them. You can file a lawsuit against the magistrate judge or whatever judge is trying to help them in the state court level, or you can do a supplemental pleading. The rules for doing a supplemental pleading are underneath the federal rules civil procedure. For doing an amendment, just pull up the amendment rules, scroll all the way down to the bottom of supplemental pleading. It's so badass. And you can do as many supplemental pleadings as you want to, as long as you do follow those. So that's what we do here. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. I hope y'all are getting the paperwork together that you need. The people facing this problem to shove it back up in these people's face.